Nacogdoches, Texas is a special place to be on a fall Saturday afternoon. Thousands of fans will pack themselves into Homer Bryce Stadium, the banging of the axe handles in the purple haze. But one SFA football player won't hear any of that. He won't hear the crowd cheer when he makes a big play. And that player is a freshman, a dual sport athlete, Jarvis Anderson. He's a freshman here at SFA, and he was born 100% deaf. You're gonna get to know him a little bit better today on something we're calling the Purple Lights Spotlight.
You know, there's all kinds of different men. I don't really view deafness as a disability because we're all equal at the end of the day. I look up to John Raymonds. I think that he's really good and that, you know, I have a lot of goals that align with his and I want to be like him. I definitely want to be like Bo and definitely like Deion Sanders. I want to do the same with track and football, especially for my future goals with the Olympics. So I've noticed with me, I need to focus on myself, on what I'm doing, and on my process, and just stay focused on my own success. Okay, so during a game on the field, I tend to be closer to like the side with the team so I can see them and I can watch their communication. But if it's across the field, I would prefer to just be closer to a teammate or someone that I can see, or just in a position where I can see where they are and I can pick up their communication.
We also had a chance to talk to Coach Marcus Trice, the secondary coach for SFA football, and Jarvis's position coach about their relationship, how the process worked in getting Jarvis Anderson here to SFA, and what their communication's like on and off the football field.
So Marcus Trice, I'm the secondary coach and defensive recruiting coordinator here at Stephen F. Austin State University. I think the biggest thing is just his support system's amazing. His dad, TL, and his interpreter that he grew up with, Miss Gabby. I mean, his parents are heavily involved. The school was extremely supportive of him. They revered him. Taylor High School, the principals, the coaches, they all were involved. So it wasn't just communication with Jarvis, it was communication with everybody he's connected to. And so you had to build trust with those people before you could never get to Jarvis. And so his support system's amazing. Coach Carter did a tremendous job of communicating with them as well. And so I'm glad that we got him. I think the biggest thing is like, you don't know. If we didn't tell you or if people didn't tell you around, like the way he plays, you don't know that he can't hear you. Like, he has a tremendous personality, an affectionate smile. He's a tremendous athlete, he's explosive, he's highly intelligent, he asks really good questions in the meeting rooms. He's a very engaged learner. And so, you know, it's been impressive just how he came from a good foundation. He had a really good foundation of football and coverage and tackling and just all the things that encompasses being an elite football player. He did a really good job. Those people around him did a really good job of developing him, and he has a tremendous work ethic. He's a tough kid, and so I think the fans will be excited to just see how explosive he is. Defensively, we communicate a lot defensively, and so Jarvis communicates with his eyes. And so really, he knows what to do, he knows where to be. So if you point him to a different direction, he kind of understands, okay, oh, I missed this, I need to be here. Or, oh, I'm lined up here, I need to be there. Everything's done with hand signals anyway, and so it's not ASL, but once he understands what our signals mean and what it means to him in regards to his job specs, he's able to adjust on the fly. So it really isn't an issue at all. Again, I think Coach Carter and the boys have done a tremendous job with culture here. And I'm glad that I'm being part of it, because one thing that we do is we recruit good kids, like kids that are non-judgmental, kids that are willing learners. And so the entire team has been learning ASL. It's a word here or a word there, and they communicate with him as best he can. He's as involved as he can be. You go over to the lunch table and he's not sitting by himself off in the corner. He's with a group of guys, and a lot of guys have actually picked up a lot on ASL, and so when they can't do that, I don't know how they communicate with them, but Jarvis does a really good job of like reading lips as well. in body language. And so most times, you know, you don't talk as much to him, but you can talk to him and he'll understand what you're getting at based on facial expression or just situational awareness. He's very in tune with the people around him, and the team is very in tune with him. So it's been a good fit.
Another deep shot down the field. That one is intercepted. Yes, it is.
I think it is. You're correct, Patrick. Right there on the sideline. What a heck of an interception there. Just in trail technique on
And
the
by
receiver.
the way, guess who it is, Gary? Jarvis Anderson.
The 2022 Deaf Olympics, a bronze medal in the 400-meter hurdles and the 4x100. This year, the UIL gold in the triple jump, the 110-meter hurdles, a record-breaking performance in the 300-meter hurdles. You're now a Division I football player. What are some of the challenges that you've faced as an athlete, and how have you been able to overcome those things and have such incredible success on the field?
Clearing every single obstacle that is in his way. We have 2 hurdles left.
Jarvis Anderson here in the 4A finals.
35.96 officially. That is demolishing.
So I've got
conference
a
record.
few challenges just as a deaf person, but I'm very eager and I'm willing to work very hard. And whenever I transitioned to college, I have noticed that it's been a little bit more difficult of a time, especially just like with the more aggressive hits that you can get in football, and that's definitely made me become stronger.
So tell me a little bit about the recruiting process and just how other schools approached you, and then what led you to join us here at SFA? Like what was the real difference between those other coaching staffs and the coaching staff here?
I liked SFA best because of Coach Carthel. You know, we had a one-on-one meeting and I teach him ASL and we have really good communication. For the other colleges, I just kind of felt like it wasn't the best communication, it wasn't the best access for deaf people, so that's why I chose SFA.
Let's talk a little bit about your last coach, Coach Brandon Houston. How big of a help has he been as part of your support system and in helping with the recruiting and getting you where you were able to nail down this offer as a dual sport athlete?
So he was a big help to me, Coach Brandon. He helped me search for colleges and find the right fit for me and find things I was interested in that I could really connect with, especially with football and track, and he helped me look at all the different offers from colleges.
So last question, I don't know much about ASL, and I'm gonna come to you, I'm gonna ask for some help with that throughout our time here at SFA, but just for now, my nickname is Buckets. Can you show me how to sign that? Like, how would I say that to you?
Okay, so you can do my, then name, and then bucket, so B,
Oh,
like
gotcha.
that. U, C, K.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, put your thumb like right there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then E, T,
Oh, across it.
kind of underneath your index.
Underneath, okay.
Yeah, like that. And then S.
Perfect. It's going to take a little bit of work, but I think I can do it.
Right,
Thank
I
you.
will teach you everything, every time.
Thank you so much for sitting down and talking to me. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I do
thank
know
you.
a little bit of sign language, and I'm sure you know this one too. You ready? Right into the camera. Axe 'em Jacks.